Welcome to another fabulous episode of NT Sheep's Digital Wonderlands. Welcome back, my little lambs, for more shotgun fun in the wasteland. Today, in the category of it's not a shotgun, but it is, we have a ultracite laser rifle. I got this as a drop, and the thing that I loved about it was it came with the explosive effect. I went ahead and modded it to have quad. I also put on the beam splitter, so you see that changes it to 5 beams that are being fired. So now all these great perk card changes for weapons that fire 2 to 3 or more projectiles will really help increase the damage potential and the usefulness of this rifle. So we're going to go ahead and go with our standard testing. First, we're going to go after some ghoulies, and then we'll see about going to Huntersville and West Tech, unless those are already occupied. So let's go see how much fun we can have with them ghoulies. It's really easy to see the explosive effect from the green smoke from the ultracite lasers, and we were able to sit there and just blast through these ghoulies pretty darn good, and even the one that was hidden behind the bus at first, we got some good damage on him. So we're going to work our way down the hill and see what else we can do. I have a feeling this is probably going to be pretty fun once we get to Huntersville. That last floater being legendary gave us a good example of how well this weapon is going to work against legendary enemies, since they're always tougher than the normal enemies you find. And I would say we did pretty good. The only problem is we're definitely burning through our action points. So maybe for the 3rd star, having a reduced action point cost might be good. Other ways that you can counteract that is there's plenty of buffs from items and food and everything that you can use to sit there and give you a good action point recharge. So if you're expecting yourself to be in a long firefight and you're trying to use VATS, make sure you've got something that's going to help boost your action points to where you can stay in VATS longer. Okay, so we definitely know how things are probably going to go through Huntersville, but a public event just popped up, so let's go ahead and join that and see how well this works there.
Pleasant greetings. Please gather at the Tranquility Sanctum for today's guided meditation, taking you on a spiritual journey toward transcendence. We will begin shortly. Take a moment to appreciate surroundings. And remember, your generous donation makes the spiritual journey possible.
Well, we can definitely see some range limitations if we're not getting very good damage once they're out of range. But once they get close to us, it jumps up pretty darn good. So in an event like this, when you've definitely got large crowds of enemies moving around, this weapon's probably going to work pretty darn good. This event is doable solo. As you can see, I just ran and did 2 quick repairs and then got back to the spot on the bridge that I was guarding before the ghouls managed to take it out. Events like this, when you get more than one person, it's really helpful if people understand, pick a spot and guard it. Don't just keep moving around, because that's going to change where the enemies spawn. It used to be in the past when this game came out that you could sit there and spawn camp in certain spots and stop the enemy from showing up. If you've played long enough, you probably remember the old glitch for the Line in the Sand event where people were placing their survival tents just outside the fence area, and that caused all the Scorch to spawn in the center next to the sonic generator, usually in a giant ball, and you could just lob a grenade or a single mini nuke into that ball and blow them all up instantly. That became kind of a problem for people who were just trying to enjoy the game normally and everything. Bethesda did a lot of changing for the spawning points at events, so if you just keep running around and moving, the enemy spawn points will move with you. They will suddenly shift to another area that you're not at so that the enemies can keep coming in. So events like this, if you've got something where you're supposed to guard a certain area, just stay there and guard it. Don't move around.
As others see you, examine yourself from a short distance from all angles.
This event is kind of long, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the end of it, and we'll sit there and see where else we can go and test out this weapon. If you haven't played this event before, the reward for completing it is a bunch of random items and stuff, but specifically what's really good about it is for each one of the meditation hubs you keep up and running, you're going to get a health regen bonus. So you really want to try and keep all 4 up and running to get the full bonus, but as long as there's still 1 running at the end of the event, it completes, it's a success, you're just not going to have as good as a health regen bonus. Well, it still wouldn't be a good shotgun build video if we didn't finish out at least melting some super mutants. So, since we're up here near this part of the map, we're going to go to the Sunnytop Ski Resort. There's lots of mutants there, and I think we should be able to have some good fun with this weapon there. Okay, so I would definitely call this weapon a good success for our shotgun build. It doesn't have as good as range as some of the other weapons that we've been using, but once the enemies do get into range, it's got a great fire rate to it, and it can do a lot of damage real quick. So, definitely when you're doing events and stuff where there's legendary reward drops and everything, Eviction Notice is a great place to get lots of legendary weapons and armor. Keep an eye out for your drops. If you get a ultracite laser pistol or rifle to drop with explosive as the second effect, make sure you keep it, and it can become a really good weapon to use. We're going to go ahead and see if we can find a Scorch Beast to try this out on real quick, and see if we can drop one of those fairly easy. Getting good enough damage to try and cripple his wings and stuff to get him below. So this battle took a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to where we did finally get him, and you can see that once they're on the ground, this is go through them pretty darn good. Thank you so much for watching, my little lambs, and I'll see you next time in the Digital Wonderland.